Is an expensive saucepan worth it, or are the cheaper brands just as good? To answer that question and find out which one is truly the best, I tested 13 of the highest rated saucepans on the market. To test how evenly they distribute heat, I preheated each pan on medium for 2 minutes and measured the surface temperature in the center, the outer edge, and halfway up the sidewall. To see how fast they heat up, I filled each pan with 2 quarts of water at the same starting temperature and timed how long it took to reach a boil on both electric and induction cooktops. To test responsiveness, I removed each pan from the burner and timed how long it took for the boiling to stop. To find out which handles are the most secure, I poured water into a glass with dry hands and again with oily hands, and I poured oil to see which rims dripped down the sides. I also measured how hot each handle got after 10 minutes of boiling. And to test handle strength, I filled up each pan with water and shook it aggressively for 2 minutes. Beyond these controlled tests, I cooked with each pan for several weeks to get a feel for how they actually perform in a real kitchen and how easy they are to clean. I also compared key specs like weight, cooking surface, handle length, and lid design. So after all that testing, which saucepans are worth buying and which ones should you avoid? If I had to pick one saucepan, it would be the All-Clad D3. It wasn't the absolute best in every single test, but the handle is the most secure I tested. It stayed the coolest on the stove, heat distribution is solid, and it performed well on both electric and induction. If the lack of comfort is a deal breaker for you, the All-Clad D3 Everyday gives you the same pan, but a more comfortable handle. Made In is another solid option with its large helper handle and excellent performance on induction, and Goldilocks is a great value. The Demeyere Atlantis isn't for everyone, but if you want the most even heating base, an extremely thick warp-resistant bottom, and you don't mind the extra weight, it's worth considering. On the other end, I wouldn't buy Caraway, Fissler M5, or Legend, mainly because of the rounded handles. I like the Viking, but I'm not a fan of the glass lid, and you can only buy it as part of a set. And All-Clad Copper Core and G5 are both well-made pans, but the performance advantages over the standard D3 are minimal, and the prices are significantly higher.